Hey y'all, welcome to Midweek Minis, the show where you get to ask us questions and we get to fart around and have a good time. That's my wife, Leah Lawrence.
Hi.
I'm Mitch Lawrence, and I will be your host for this week. Well,
aren't you every
co-host?
week?
Well, I mean, we kind of share duties, but this is my show. This is mine.
Okay, cool.
This is mine. But with that being said, I believe we have another listener story, Leah.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, so I'm going to let you take over.
Congratulations.
I'm allowing it.
Thanks. Anyway, this is actually an update from a story that we had a couple of weeks ago.
That's exciting.
So if you'll remember, a few weeks ago, we had a story from a listener named AJ, and she was telling us about her haunting experience from, I believe it was Arkansas at the Basin Inn. And, you know, the beers flew out of the refrigerator and they shouldn't have been able to, etc.
Yes, it was exciting.
And at the end of that, she said, I also have a story about almost accidentally stabbing my friend's boyfriend to death, but I don't know if that would really apply to listener stories. And I said, excuse me, yes, it would. And so she sent that story to us, and that's the story that I'm going to read right now.
That's
you ready?
Exciting. I'm so ready.
All right, so here it goes. All right, here's how I almost committed second-degree murder.
Jesus.
One night, my friend and roommate at the time and I were watching TV when she told me that her boyfriend was coming over. Cool. Well, hours pass, we get tired and head off to our bedrooms. Boyfriend hasn't shown up, and I have completely forgotten about him coming over. We never locked our back door because it had a large dog door that a person could fit through, so futility. I have a Great Dane, a German Shepherd, and a Shar-Pei, so I was never afraid of anyone coming in. We had been asleep for a couple of hours when all of a sudden the dogs proceed to lose their shit. My Great Dane is standing basically on top of me in bed, growling at the door, and the other two are out in the hall barking. Immediately, I think, son of a bitch, a creature is coming through the dog door. When I hear the door close, I was always able to tell who was coming in based on the sound of their footsteps, but this one seemed very unfamiliar. Now I'm up and paranoid. I slept with a large knife. Okay, weird, but good for you.
Well...
I slept with a large knife, so I grabbed it and looked down the hallway to see if maybe my friend was up. Nope. At this point, I'm thinking I'm going to have to fight, and I'm equal parts scared and channeling my inner badass, so I grab my phone, dial 911, and don't hit send. That's hard.
Well,
anyway,
I thought that the phones automatically dialed 911 when you put in 911.
I have no idea. I don't think so. I think you actually have to press it. But
okay.
Anyway, it said dial 911, don't hit send. The idea was that when someone came through the laundry room door into the hall, I would hit send and throw my phone. I didn't want to yell because I didn't want the intruder to know that there were two of us in the house. So there I stand in my bedroom door with my knife in one hand, phone in the other, Great Dane growling behind me, waiting. No one comes through. I start to walk towards the laundry room door to see if maybe I was just dreaming when I definitely hear a person. So I hold my knife up and say, all right, who's there? When Zach, thank God, says, hey, sorry, I was just trying to keep quiet so I wouldn't wake you up. Relieved, I yelled at him about how I was fully prepared to stab him to death and let Lemmy, the Dane, eat him. So no one died that night, and I felt a little bit like an idiot, but it's good to know that in a fight or flight situation, I won't just bury my head. So she didn't stab anyone. Yay!
Well, I'm upset that you didn't stab anyone. It'd be a much better story if you did.
No, it wouldn't. Then there would be jail time, and it'd be awful.
No, she was defending herself. It's an honest mistake.
I guess, but I really like that your Great Dane's name is Lemmy because that's adorable.
It is. It's very cute. Very, very cute. Well, we're running really low on questions, so Leah added some more generic questions off the top of her head. I don't know what's coming, so whatever comes out of that bag, I guess we'll see. Are you going to read this week?
Yeah, I'm going to read this week. And
I'll allow that as well.
Thanks. Also, if anyone wants to make up some weird question to ask us or tell us a story, please send those in because we need more information, more material for this particular show. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this may just start being a free-form thing.
You have
Because-
seriously warned about that for like.
Well, it's not like I've been joking about it, but I'm now realizing asking people to submit questions all the time is a little ridiculous. We don't have near enough of a following to do that at this point.
We could though. It's
We
fine.
could, I mean, yeah, but we're gonna start bullshitting, and y'all are gonna love it. I promise.
Or you could just send us
Or
your
or you
personal
could send
questions and stories, so we don't have to do that.
Yeah.
Just saying. All right. First question is from Kyle over on Facebook.
Yay.
It says, "What time is it?"
Okay. There's a reason Kyle put that on there, and I'm gonna tell it right now. A few years ago, Kyle was over at our house with us, and we watched a movie on HBO called Duh, as in D-A, Sweet Blood of Jesus. I believe Spike Lee was involved.
Spike
Is that right?
Jonze.
Spike Jonze. Okay.
Different
okay.
Spike entirely.
Right. Completely different. What it is a black vampire movie.
Yes.
Okay, but like in a very, very cultural way. Like almost like Do the Right Thing with vampires, kind of.
But very sexual in a
extremely sexual.
weird way. And I didn't follow it. And the entire first scene was just people dancing around like a wall that had some graffiti on it. And it didn't come back up at all the rest of the movie. It was like 10 minutes of like that wall and dancing around, and like it doesn't come back.
Well, all right, let me explain. The only reason we watched it was because we saw on the guide that it was called Duh, Sweet Blood of Jesus. So we were like, oh, that's got to be something incredible.
Yeah.
And it is. It's one of those so bad it's good movies. I'm going to try to look it up real quick and see if I can get some more information. But the reason Kyle asked that is because there is a song in that movie called Coochie Time. And you're going to have to look it up yourself.
Yep.
It's quite wonderful. I'm not going to play it on the show because then,
Copyright.
royalties and all that shit or whatever. But y'all, it's just probably the best song I've ever heard. I love that song.
The phrase, the main phrase is, looking at my coochie, it's about that time.
Yeah.
Looking at my coochie, it's about that time.
Yeah.
Looking at my coochie, it's about that time. You got yours and I'm going to get mine, or something like that.
Yeah. This has a 4.1 out of 10 on IMDb. It's an incredible movie. Rami Malek is in it?
Really?
I didn't know Rami Malek was in it. I don't remember that.
Which character was he?
He was, I'm going to try to pronounce this. I'm sorry. Seneschal Higginbottom, I believe. No,
Okay.
director Spike Lee. It was not Spike Jonze.
I thought it
This
was
was a
Spike
Spike Lee
Jonze.
movie. No, Spike Jonze is the white guy.
Is it?
Yeah. Spike
I'm
Jonze
confused.
is the guy who wrote Her. Like, that's Spike Jonze.
Oh, okay. You're right.
Yeah, this is Spike
I get
Lee.
Spikes confused. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Spike Lee wrote and directed this movie. He was a co-writer with Bill Gunn. Y'all, this movie is insane. It really
is
is
insane.
one of those so bad. Like, it's a movie you have to experience type bad. It's
different.
it's wonderful. And there's a lot of vampires, but also a lot of sex involved, and like vampire sex and
lesbian vampire sex too.
yeah. It's amazing.
It gets interesting, but that song started playing and we all bust out laughing, and then it was like my birthday a few weeks later, and
No, it was my birthday.
oh, it was
He
Mitch's
bought it for me.
birthday a few weeks later, and he Kyle sent like an iTunes present, and it was the complete download of Coochie Time. So
He spent 99 cents on
he
that.
spent 99 cents to send Mitchell Coochie Time, and it made me laugh really, really hard.
It's I'm telling, if you can find that movie, watch it.
Seriously, watch it.
Have a viewing party.
It is intensely strange, but I mean, we watched the whole fucking thing, so
Yeah.
there you go.
It's righteous. It is so nice. But the answer to Kyle's question of what time is it is coochie time.
It's about that time.
It's about that time. It's coochie time. Oh God. All right, let's get another fun one like that.
All right.
Hit me up.
Here is a generic one. It
Yay.
says, "What would you name your boat if you had one?"
Go ahead, Leah.
I don't really have a boat or care to have a boat.
You just wrote this though. You had something in mind.
Oh no, this was one of the original weird ones that I wrote down.
Oh, okay.
Horatio, maybe?
Yeah, Horatio the boat.
Bodie
That's nice.
McBoatface is
I was going to say,
taken, so-
there's Bodie McBoatface, which was that one in England, I think.
Yes.
And, great fucking name. I don't know. Maybe the Floater. I like that.
Gross.
Yeah.
Floaty McFloatface?
Or the Hot Steamy Load.
Gross.
Way better. God, that's disgusting.
That
I
is
shouldn't have said that.
disgusting. You're gross.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I name everything Horatio. I had, when I had my first car, I think it was some kind of like Yellow Jacket or Hornet or something like that had gotten in my car in the very back, like where the glass meets the car piece in the back windshield, and it had died there, and I didn't touch it. I think it might have been a wasp. I don't know, but didn't realize it was back there until it had gotten like super sun bleached. So I just named him, and he was the mascot of my car, and his name was Horatio. So my first car had a creepy sun bleached wasp in the back named Horatio.
You could call your boat the Crispy Sun Bleached Wasp. That'd be fun.
I'm such a fucking weird human being, and I just said that out loud, and now I feel weird about it.
Hey, that's good. That's good. I like that. All right, next question.
If you could make your own TV show, what would it be about?
Go ahead, madam.
You should have to answer first.
Okay, fucking, I don't know, a talk show of some sort? Or are we talking like a serialized show?
Anything. If you could make a TV show, what would it be?
A talk show. A fun, a comedy talk show. Like a late night show. You know, I'd do that. But like, can I star in it? Because I want to be the host.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's about whatever you want it to be.
Yeah. There you go. No plot. It's just a talk show. And we have fun shit to do all the time.
Cool.
Go ahead, Leah.
And this is something that I'm probably going to actually do as a YouTube thing eventually once we get our camera situation figured out. But I want to do an educational short show about just weird, useless facts that run around my brain for no good reason. Because that's just sort of my life. Like sort of the etymology of words, how different phrases and stuff came to be, weird events in history that nobody ever told you about that are just weird as shit, how certain products came into being, just little weird trivia tidbits that just sort of are interesting and fun and a little strange, like me.
You are a little strange.
Yep.
Yeah, we've talked about that show.
Yeah.
I would like for you to do that too, but as soon as we can figure out how to fucking work a camera
we're still
with our computers.
We're still working on figuring out how to record and it not look like shit. So,
Yeah.
you know, working on it.
Well, I guess that constitutes a TV show, you know? It's a YouTube show.
It's YouTube, and it wouldn't be as long as like an actual TV show, but I have a name and a logo and everything. We're just, you know, whatever.
Just not there yet.
Nope.
That will be part of upcoming future, what am I trying to say? Opportunities?
No, that's not it.
Offerings. That was the word I was looking for.
Yeah, we're looking to expand our offerings.
There you go.
Very, very soon, and there's some stuff that is in the works, like pretty immediately. So within the next couple months, you should be getting a lot more content from us. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
All right, next one.
Hopefully. Hashtag teasers.
What game have you spent the most time playing?
Like video game?
Yeah, anything. Any game that you've played the most time spending.
Fucking
Spent
shit.
the most time playing. Jesus.
I mean, I seriously played baseball from the time I was 4 until I was 20. And almost year round, too. So, but probably that. But since I was 20, I mean, a shitload of video games. Just, I can't even pick one. There are so many games I've put hours upon hours upon hours into. Just doing different shit, you know? I don't know. What about you, Leah?
Sims.
Easy response.
Very easy response. I've told y'all this before, but I am not to be trusted when there's a Sims game in my computer. I'm just not. I had, like, when I was in high school and had it on my computer in my room, and it was summer and we didn't really have much to do, like I was either reading an absurd amount of novels or I was literally just staring at a Sim screen, making Sims of everybody that I knew and making them live in a little town. And it was creepy. I was a strange person. And I'm not kidding. I could lose time doing that. I would sit down and it would be 8, 9, 10 hours later, and I'd be like, oh shit, like I didn't eat anything all day. I didn't drink any water all day. I just sat there and stared at that screen. And like, I came to realize that is not healthy. It's not a good idea. And so I don't play The Sims anymore, which hurts my feelings because I fucking love it. And I really want all the newest stuff, but I can't because I am an addictable human being and I love The Sims.
Yeah, I have a few games that I've done that with where I've just woke up in the morning, played all day, didn't eat until like dinner. I've done that before.
Yeah, and just
I've wasted days.
Yeah, I have too, and you just realize immediately, like you finally have to go pee or something like that, and then you look outside and it's dark, and you're like, well, fuck. Yeah.
I've had that happen myself with different things too. So
no, for me, it's always The Sims. Now, I've played all the Pokemon games. I'm a big Pokemon fan. I like the handheld Zelda games. Anything like that. I've spent a lot of time playing those things, but nothing just immerses me and makes me lose time like The Sims do.
Yeah.
Right. Here's another one.
Okay.
This one's for me. It says, Leah, when you interned for the Jim Henson Company, did you work with or on any puppets that we see today?
And who sent that?
AJ from Instagram.
Okay.
The girl that we just read the story from.
Oh.
So yes, I was actually working in New York City, and it was the soft puppets workshop. So basically anything that isn't animatronic goes through that instead of the shop in Los Angeles. So you're more animatronic, anything more elaborate like dark crystal and that kind of stuff. Anything more creaturey like that generally would go through Los Angeles. Anything more soft goodsy stuff would go through from New York. So like we were the ones that built all of the walk around suits for like Dinosaur Train, and like in any of the PBS shows that the Sid the Science Kid, we made all of those walk around suits. We made while I was there, if you've ever been to the World of Coke and you've seen those polar bears that are full-size puppet polar bears that you can take your pictures with, and that they're
like
a little
from
bit
the commercials and stuff too.
Yeah, but like these polar bear suits are so good that you kind of feel like they're alive, and they're a little freaky. I don't like them personally because they are as just uncanny valley weird, but they're really good puppets. Those were all built there. I helped build the new one for Las Vegas while I was there. And what I did a lot of was cleaning and refurbishing puppets from international versions of Sesame Street. So Sesame Street is licensed in like 40 or 50 countries, and they each have their own production teams, their own localized puppets, their own storylines. So while I was there, I worked with someone that was refeathering China's Big Bird head. I helped clean and fix some of the stuff for Sesamstraat, which is from Germany. We worked on a couple of things from Sesame Street in Mexico, which is Palazzo Sesamo. There was a lot of different stuff that I worked on, but a lot of the stuff that I worked on particularly was international stuff. But if you watch the 45th and 46th season of Sesame Street, a lot of the background characters, the incidental weird props and shit, I made a lot of that stuff. Or I dressed a lot of those characters, that kind of thing. So, I mean, I worked with all of the main characters, Big Bird, Snuffleupagus, Elmo, whole 9 yards. I've touched them all. They're cool puppets. So, yeah, but mostly it was Sesame Street that I worked on.
Yeah, and there you go. You just say yes. That would have been so much funnier if you would have just been like, yes, next question.
I'm sorry. I could talk about Sesame Street all day long.
I know, and I love
could.
it. I love hearing about it, so I'm all for it.
It's problematic. You should probably
Why?
shut me up when it comes to talking about stuff like that.
Why?
And there are things that haven't come out that I know that are in the works that I have signed a non-disclosure agreement, even years later, that there's a few things and a few different concerts and upcoming things that...
Really?
Yes.
From like 6 years ago?
Yes.
Well, fuck that shit then. Just tell us.
No, I can't. There are, like I said, there are a few things that I know that are in the works, were in the works, could be potentially in the works, and I can't talk about them because I signed a non-disclosure agreement that's about 1.5 inches thick.
Hey.
So there are things that I'm definitely allowed to talk about, and there are things that I'm definitely not allowed to talk about. So, that's some of the things that I am allowed to talk about.
Another hashtag teaser. Y'all wait and see what Sesame Street has to offer.
No, it's not just Sesame Street. It's the Jim Henson Company in general.
Well, I believe that will be it for this week.
Okay.
I had fun.
Alrighty.
We got to talk about some really fun stuff.
Sure did.
We got to throw in some attempted murder in there.
A little attempted murder definitely hurt some people sometimes, but this time it didn't.
It wasn't attempted. It was contemplated.
Yes.
A little contemplated murder.
It was avoided second degree
Yeah,
murder.
it was. Well, that was
Manslaughter,
fun.
really.
That was fun to talk about. Y'all send in more stories and more questions if you feel like it. And I believe that we will see y'all this weekend for our main release.
Bye, y'all.